Here are 3 things that virtually every mainstream scholar of the Pentateuch, that is the first 5 books of the Bible, agrees on. Number 1, that the Pentateuch and its final form are a product of the first millennium BCE, and the Pentateuch developed substantially over the 6th century Babylonian exile, and as a result, was not written by Moses. Number 2, that the Pentateuch is made up of multiple sources contributed at very different times over the course of several centuries by different people for different communities with very different theologies and traditions. And it's these differences in theology and traditions that accounts for all the repetition and contradiction all throughout the Pentateuch. Number 3, these sources can safely be characterized as follows. D, the Deuteronomist, who wrote in the 7th century BCE and who composed the book of Deuteronomy, and whose theology weighs heavily on the composition of the historical books that follow Deuteronomy, in particular Joshua and the analytic sections of 1st and 2nd Kings. P, the priestly source, who made modest contributions to the book of Genesis, and then wrote half of Exodus, Numbers, and all of Leviticus. And then a collection of non-priestly traditions, sometimes called J and E, which wrote the rest of Genesis, Exodus, and Numbers. Everybody agrees on this stuff. It doesn't matter whether a biblical scholar is writing 100 years ago or today. It doesn't matter whether a biblical scholar is writing in the English-speaking world or in continental Europe. It does not matter whether a biblical scholar is a proponent of the documentary hypothesis, the supplementary hypothesis, or something else entirely. Virtually everybody agrees on these 3 things. Is there disagreement in the details? Of course. This is academia, baby. But is the agreement about these 3 things likely to change anytime soon? Nah. Are these 3 things likely to be disproven anytime soon? Nah.